Yo, Daily Dad number 33, I believe. This is a show where I work to spread kindness and happiness, first through shared gratefulness practice, and then through sharing lessons that I've learned the hard way, in the hopes that you don't have to deal with that yourself. We're doing it a little bit differently today. I just got done with the workout, that's why I'm out of breath. And I don't have a tripod, that's why I'm holding the camera here. Sorry if it's terribly shaky. Again, I just got done with the workout. But let's start. First things first, gratefulness practice. Join down below in the comments if you would like to. I am grateful for these beautiful puppies who I'm sitting on the floor with right now. They show, like most dogs do, unconditional love, and they've helped me through many situations in which I either need someone to listen to me and not judge, or I just needed someone to be near me. Second, today is the lesson that I've learned. And today's lesson is in more accurately predicting outcomes. So we often have to predict how something will end up, have to think ahead, and we use many different methods, but one of the most common is gut instinct, or essentially your first guess. Now these aren't terrible, but we can do better than that. So here's a tool for that. And before anyone worries about whether or not I have any knowledge to talk about this, which I'm not an expert, but I was a few years ago, I dealt with anxiety to the point where I would stay in my house for days at a time. And it was largely due to worries on what would happen if I went outside. Like, this negative outcome will occur, or this thing will happen to me, or perhaps I'll miss this thing and I won't be negative thoughts, inaccurate predictions of how the future will go. So the tool is simple. It is taking into context the full spectrum by imagining the worst case and best case scenario. So here's how you do it. First thing you do is, when you're predicting a situation, you just go with your gut instinct. You think about your gut instinct. Now, you just notice it right now. You pay attention to it. You don't ignore it. Then you think about the worst case scenario. What's the worst thing that could happen? How would it end? How would you feel? How would others feel? What would the effects be for your future? Then you switch over to, what's the best thing that could happen? If you performed as well as you could and all the stars aligned and you were lucky, what would that look like? What would that feel like to you and others around you? What opportunities would that open up? Now, after you have both sides of the spectrum, now come back to what is most likely. It will generally be different than your gut instinct. You'll have a much better context to put this in. So that's it. That's really simple. You notice your initial gut instinct, you think about the worst case scenario, you think about the best case scenario, and then you revisit what's most likely to happen. This will save us time, not being overconfident going into something and then being crazy disappointed when it goes wrong, or not over worrying so that way we fixate on what could go wrong and we don't even start in the first place. And perhaps the outcome that we don't often think about is when a situation goes well, or even just goes mediocre. You can be more grateful with this framework because you're aware of the many ways it could have gone worse. So that's all I got for you today. I hope that helps. Until next time, have a good one.